Hi all, today we are going to create an app using Django. We all know that Django is a framework which is using in Python. So today we are creating an app called Pulse app. So the tutorial for this app is provided by the djangoprojects.com. So we are following the steps in from the site to create this app, and the tool which we are using to create this app is PyCharm. The PyCharm is an editor tool which is used for Python. So to create the app Python project, first we will have to create a new project. So click on new project, and here we can see different frameworks which support Python. So we are creating this app using Django. So click on Django, and here we will have to mention the name of this app. Basically here we are going to mention the name of this project, and we are creating the app inside this project. So I'm giving the name of the project as let's say Paul's site. Then here we will have to set the interpreter for the virtual environment. By default it will be Python 38. Then here if we see, we can see that the template language is Django. Then just click on create. So as we are using PyCharm Professional, it will automatically create a virtual environment, as well as in that virtual environment the Django will be installed automatically. If you are using a normal PyCharm or any other editor to create this app, we will have to do these things manually. We will have to use the command prompt to create the virtual environment. Then we will have to install Django using pip install. And so if as we are using the PyCharm Professional, it will do all the things automatically, and our project will be ready. So now our project has been successfully created, and if you see, we can see that the Django automatically imported some files in this project, settings.py, urls.py, and also we can see manage.py file. So this manage.py file will be used to manage this project. And to check whether this project is successfully created, open the terminal. Here we can just run a command, python space manage.py run server. So this will the Django is providing us a server to create our project. So by typing this command, the Django will run the server. So here we can see that the server ran successfully without any error. Now click on this link and it will take us to the web page. So here we can see that the install worked successfully. Congratulations. So this means that we have installed Django successfully, as well as our project created successfully. So now we successfully created the project. The next thing that we need to do is we will have to create one app inside this project, so that we will have to run one command prompt code, which is python manage.py start app. Then we will have to mention the name of this app. So let's give Pulse app. Then run this command. This command will create a app inside this project. So now if we click on this left hand side, we can see the app created. So we can now see another directory, Pulse app here. if we expand this Pulse app, we can see some other Python files in that inside this Pulse app. So these files is needed for this Pulse app. So now we are going to write our first Python code in this project. So we are writing this Python code in views.py. So now we are just printing the hello welcome to Pulse app in our screen. So for that, first we will need to define a function. We are just given a name like index. Then we are returning this hello welcome to Pulse app. Now to make it visible in our web page, we need to add this in our URL. So that go to the Pulse app URLs. Then here we need to define that URL. So in this URL patterns, we are giving this path of that function that we were just created. Once this is done, then we will need to include these URLs in the main project, so that once the project is running, these URLs can be accessed. So just go to Pulse site URLs, then here include our Pulse app's URL. So this is only we need to do this only for the one time. The rest of the time, all the URLs that we are adding in this Pulse app URL will be automatically included in our project. Now if you run the server, we can see here it's showing page not found because we mentioned the path as index. So here we will just have to rename it as index, and if we click enter, we can see hello welcome to Pulse app. So the next step is setting up a database for this project. So by default, Django is supported by the database SQLite 3. So to define the models, we have a file called models.py. Then we have the codes available in that documentation. We just copy paste the code in this models.py, then run a command like python manage.py make migrations. So once we run this command, the tables will be created and saved. Then we have another command which we need used to activate this database. That is, the code is like python manage.py space migrate. So once we run this code, this database will be available, or which will be ready to use. So once we're done with all the modeling and database setup, the next thing that we need to do is creating a super user or an admin for this project. So to create the admin, we just need to copy this code and paste it in the terminal. Then it will ask for a username. So we just need to give a username for, let's say, Akhil. Then it will ask for an email address. Let's give us akhil@admin.com. Then it will ask for a password. So just give a password like admin. Then give enter. It will ask you to enter the password again. Then give the same password again. Then give y and enter. So here we can see that the super user created successfully. Now if we want to check, we can just go to the admin page. The server is not running now. We need to run the server again. if we go to the page and if we navigate to the admin page, here they are asking for the username and password. We just created a username called Akhil and the password is admin, and if we log in we can see the admin site. From here we can manage the entire app. So now we have completed the initial stages of creating our app, and in this documentation from part 3 to part 7 it contains lot of modifications which are needed to our app to make it dynamic and responsive. So we will have to implement all the codes in our app. See, here we have already implemented all those codes in our app, and once this is done we will have to run our project. So python manage.py run server. Once the server is run we will have to go to the web page, and I will show you how the pages will now look like. So the server is run now. So if we go to our admin page, here we can see the questions, and if we click on question we can see all the questions that we were added in this app. And if we click on and on the other side we can see the date published, and also we can see whether it is published recently. And if we click on these questions we can see the choice text, what are the choice which are related to that question. And also we can see that the number of words which already given to this choices. So if we now go to our polls page, this is admin page, and if we go to the polls page we can see all those questions in our polls page. And if you click on any one of the question, see it will give choices. What's your name? Here we have three options: Akhil, Arjun, Veni. And if you click on any of the option and click on vote, it will show us the number of votes which are already given to those options, and it will also give an option to vote again. And if you click on vote again it will take us back to the question, and here also we can give another option and vote. Now we can see that the 0 changed to 1, and here we can still see 0. If you click on vote again, then click on the last option, then click on Veni, now that 0 also changed to 1. So whenever we vote on a choice, the count will automatically increased. And if you go to other question WhatsApp, the same things we can do here also. So here we can see the number of votes which are already done. So this is all about this polls app. Thank you very much for listening.